Have you heard what happened in the recent school district elections? I'm Charles Blaine, and this is Texas Tomorrow. Early May always ushers in a new wave of bond and board elections for districts across the state. In recent years, it seems a trend was occurring where voters were rejecting overpriced bonds, as well as saying that they wanted to take their districts in new directions by bringing in a new wave of trustees who were carried forward a more parent-centered message. But something happened this past weekend. Was it a reversal? Was it a fluke? Was it a one-time disaster? We don't know. But across the state, the results of these elections seem to indicate that school boards may be reverting back to their old ways. Consider this headline. School bonds fail across Texas. What happens now? That was in November of 2024. Now here's a headline from this past weekend. North Texas voters support billions of dollars in school bonds. Similarly, we saw conservative candidates and incumbents across the state lose to more moderate or liberal candidates. It was almost a complete about-face from recent elections. So what happened? As with any election, turnout is the name of the game, and it's quite shocking how few people knew there were elections to begin with. I did some block walking on Saturday for a friend and an incumbent for a school board re-election campaign, and the number of people I spoke with who were blissfully unaware that an election was even happening in their community was high. A small minority of people dictated the outcome, and one report said that only 8% of North Texas voters turned out, meaning 8% decided the direction of schools for millions of kids and the debt burden for a similar number of people. And this is consistent with May elections. They always pale in comparison to November elections because people naturally associate November with elections. Why would they wake up on a random Saturday in May and know that they have to go to their local community center to vote? There have been discussions about moving these elections to November or requiring certain minimum turnout in order to pass bonds for school districts. I don't know what the right answer is, but having so few people dictate the outcome is not the right answer, especially because this gives an edge to districts who know how to dance on the line to advocate for things that they want, which is usually bonds. And they use district resources to influence a small number of people. At the end of the day, something has got to give. So what do you think should change? Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Texas Tomorrow. Please like, share, comment, and let us know if there's something going on in your neighborhood that you'd like us to talk about.